Hey guys, since I was just adding my last species, my most recent species, let's say, to my photo album, I thought it'd be a fun idea to go through it with you guys again and show you guys what I've added, what I've already had before, talk about the different stories. If you haven't been around, I bought a photo album on Black Friday last year to start photographing Florida wildlife, and I am up to 60 species now, so she's kind of thick. So I thought that it'd be fun to go down looking at the animals with you, telling you their stories, the ones that have stories anyway, and yeah, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and keep watching. If you're not, go find another video to watch because there's plenty on YouTube. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy, but I won't be offended if you don't. And yeah, let's see the 60 Florida species that I have photographed within the last 8 months. So this is the front. It just says Florida wildlife. This thing cost me like $9. It was pretty cheap. So this is the first page, and the ones that I say have stories. The boat-tailed grackle. This bird started this whole ordeal because one day I was like, I'm gonna go take a walk, and I saw this bird, and I was like, I've never seen that bird before. What is that? So I identified it, and or more actually Reddit identified it for me, and then I was like, you know, it'd be fun to photograph wildlife and keep them. So this bird, this really pretty bird, started it all. On this page we also have the American crow and the white ibis, photographed the same day as this bird, and the Carolina wren, which I'm not actually sure when I photographed this because I also did go back through photos I'd already taken, but that's the Carolina wren. We've got the Anahinga bird, the blue heron. We have a lot of these like water birds here. It's Florida, obviously. Turkey vulture. This bird, I had a heck of a time identifying because I always thought that this bird was a hawk, some kind of hawk. So I was like researching hawks of Florida and I couldn't find it. It's because it wasn't a hawk, it's been a vulture. But they look like hawks, okay? So turkey vulture. Phenone crescent butterfly, white peacock butterfly. We had these in Arkansas too, so it's kind of nice to know what they actually are. Honeybee, everybody knows what a honeybee is. This is the Florida house gecko. I'm not sure why this picture printed out dark. Some of them did. These guys are lighter in real life, but we just had one in our house, I don't know, 2 weeks ago maybe. They're called house geckos for a reason. They just show up. The brown anole lizard, which you see these guys everywhere. I did not know that these guys are actually invasive from the Florida Keys and are out competing the native green anole lizard, which I've never seen in all my years of Florida. Eastern black racer. I haven't seen these guys in a while. I used to see them a lot behind our house. I really like seeing snakes that are not venomous, and I haven't seen them in a while, but Eastern black racer. Florida sandhill crane. No joke, these birds are almost as tall as me. The stone egret, which is this white one. And the wood stork. Blood sugar break, sorry. We've got the eastern gray squirrel. This guy actually, I photographed him right there sitting in my window. And yeah, they come up there quite often-ish. We've got the pileated woodpecker. I've only seen this once, so it's a poor quality image because I was just snapping it quick. I haven't seen them since, but there was a pileated woodpecker at one point. The raccoon, this guy actually still lives. Guy, girl, I'm thinking it's actually a mama because we see her during the daytime. Still lives behind us. We see it eating our trash. I've seen it trying to go after my plants. It's what it is. It's cute though. Some of these are photographed at the zoo. I did not get this close to an actual Florida panther, but Florida panther. These guys, it's kind of a sad story. There's only like 200, 250 of them left in the wild. They're critically endangered. So, you know, I'd like not to lose our native panthers, and I'd like them to make a comeback. Also filmed at the zoo, Florida manatee. Not filmed at the zoo, American alligator. This was filmed in our lake. That's by our house. We have alligators. I think they're cool. Some people are scared of them. I love them. So, anyway. Got the gray ibis. All of these kind of like terrain. This is all like our lake. So, gray ibis. I never knew there were so many kinds of ibises. Seagull. The mallard duck, or as I call them, the nice ducks. I didn't know when I photographed this that this was an invasive cane toad, but since I already had a picture of it, I was like, I'm going to put it in there anyway. So, cane toad. The Muscovy duck, aka the mean ducks, because they will chase you. But cute babies. My brother actually took this on a Florida island. This is a gopher tortoise. He lended me the photo, obviously. My brother also took this one day when he was walking to work. The Florida soft-tailed turtle. This is the cooter turtle. I chased, this guy has a funny story. I saw it in the road. I was gonna go like save it and take a picture of it. And the neighbors picked it up before I did. And I chased the neighbors down while they're holding this turtle going, hey, can I get a picture of that? So that's one weird way to make friends with your neighbors. The pelican. The Rudy Turnstone, this small bird up here, which I think is absolutely beautiful, by the way. Love that bird. The northern cardinal. I didn't know we had those like in the wild here, but we do. The Quaker parrot or monk parrot. We got the bottlenose dolphin. I got the picture of that when we went on the dolphin tour back in February, which was so much fun. Which is the same place I got this bird, the Forget bird. They are really interesting guys because they can hang out overseas for weeks without having to go to land. So they're pretty cool. We also saw it steal a fish from a dolphin. Fire ants. Well, they're fire ants, if you can't see them. Like, zoom in. Yeah. Tadpoles. Obviously, I don't know what species they're from, but they are tadpoles. It's kind of hard to see all of these are tadpoles, but this is like a good example of one up there. These tadpoles turn into these unknown frog babies. These are like a couple of these I couldn't identify, so I wanted them in there. But so these guys are tiny, okay? They're probably like, finger for reference, they're tiny, but they pop up everywhere for tadpoles. This is another unidentified, unknown fish. It's living in our lake. Any fish experts out there want to identify these fish for me? That'd be great. We've got the glossy ibis. Again, so many different types of ibises. The juvenile white ibis. So this is the same as the one we saw on the first page, but it's brown feathers still because it's a juvenile, not an adult. We've got a dragonfly, a male mosquito. These again were at the zoo. The flamingo. I love flamingos, by the way. They're so pretty. A black bear. A barred owl. We have one of these guys that visits us during breeding season. He, her, I'm not sure which. Hear it all the time, and then it disappears and it comes back. So you know it's a barred owl because it's like the Who Cooks for You, that kind of, it sounds like that. It's a barred owl. We have one of those. Pretty cool. Never saw him like around us though, so I got him at the zoo. The eastern screech owl, which these things are just adorable. I mean, look at that. I want to cuddle it. The bald eagle. We actually have a state park around, not near us, like 3 hours from us, that has eagles in the wild, and I'd love to see that because I've only ever seen them in zoos, but bald eagle. They also have wild horses, so I want to go there. The little blue heron. The blue jay, which again, I hadn't seen since we left Arkansas. Another one I hadn't seen since we left Arkansas, the mourning dove. These guys are really cool. We had like a whole bunch of them at our house in Arkansas. The Anaxagoras, I don't know how to pronounce this. That toad up there. There you go. You open our door at night and these guys are just everywhere. The red wasp that are now dead because they exterminated them, but they were there. The dot-lined angle. I got this one and a couple ones I'm about to show you while Mariah was here. She was out one night and I walked outside to water my plants and I was like, look at those cool things. All right, warning. The next one is creepy. I'm just gonna warn you now. It's creepy, okay? Sorry, it's creepy. The Heterocampo moth. I was like backed away from this thing trying to get a picture of it because I was like, I'm gonna get it, but it's creepy. The Macaria, or however you pronounce it, moth. I had to save this one from the house. If this background looks weird, that's literally Mariah's bag in the background. You just can't tell. It flew into the house, and Ninja obviously tried to kill it, so I had to save it. koi fish and goldfish. These are actually at my mom's work. She has a koi pond, but I felt like it fit with Florida, so. And then my 3 most recent species, monarch butterfly. That was a couple days ago, the day we did the escape room, and then went to this like fancy hotel for lunch. This butterfly was outside the fancy hotel. And then 2 that I added today, one I photographed, one's from my mom. This is a ladybug. I think it's a ladybug. It might be a eastern lady beetle because of it might be one of those fake ladybugs, but I labeled it ladybug. I found it on my strawberry plant this morning, and somebody's been eating my plants, and I think I found the culprit. And then the Ybor wild chicken. And I know that sounds crazy, but they are wild chickens in Ybor City, and my mom photographed this outside her work. So that is all 60 of my species. It's been really fun doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did.